Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last stream of this edition of 5 Digit European Cup 2025. It's not related to any match, it's not related to what many of people have maybe imagined, but it's an awards show to say thank you for a couple of our best staff, teams, and matches, and custom maps as well. Just something to celebrate about this whole tournament as a whole, and I think there's been quite some. There's been a surprising amount of support for it. At least I didn't. Kiori said there's probably gonna be like no support whatsoever. There's gonna be like 10 votes. It has been a lot more than that. So really thankful for everyone who has voted and decided to participate and also watch this award show as we're gonna begin right now. But before that, I'm gonna introduce you to Snap, who's gonna be here casting alongside me the award show. Hello, Snap.
Hello. Very excited because I'm also one of the nominees here. Yippee!
We're gonna have a if you eventually win anything, we'll have a live interview with you, which is gonna be quite funny. I think it's gonna be. I think the best thing ever. Have a person live interviewed for the specific award. So yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Before we begin, one thing I have to note that every winner, with exception of some awards, as you will see in a second, will get prizes. What are the prizes consisted of? So it's basically just a small little gesture from us. It's gonna be a special banner designed specially for the award show, plus 1 month of supporter from my pocket. So more money from me going to yet again more players out of here. So yeah.
So
Without
11.
further- So how 11? I think it's 11. Yeah, it's
Yeah, okay.
11. Quite a bit. But again, depending on the awards, because some awards might
Repeat.
well, not repeat. It's not about repeat. It's about the fact of what the award is about. So you'll see in a second
Okay.
as we'll finally actually begin with the first award, best referee. Best referee has been is mostly about voting based. So it was voted by the players and by other staff. Who was the best referee in the whole tournament? There's been definitely a couple people honorable mentions before. For these voting ones, I will have honorable mentions, and I have to say that it's definitely not what I expected. With 7 votes for each, it was Vexy and me for best referee, and I haven't ref that much, and I feel like it's kind of funny that I got 7 votes somehow.
Nah.
With 8 votes is Kiori, which again, Kiori not to ref that many matches. I don't know how he got that many votes. He doesn't know how he got that many votes, but yeah. Our winner with the most votes, not surprising at all, as one of the refs who has ref the most lobbies, Svetetel.
Congrats, buddy.
Probably the funniest profile picture ever. It's kind of insane that this is his profile picture. Perfect. His banner also has this profile picture. Banners will be sent as soon as this showcase is done. Also, alongside the banner, 1 month of supporter for Svetel to celebrate the fact that he's been voted the best referee. Obviously, players enjoyed being ref by Svetel. Svetel has been a really good referee overall for us, as well as every single other referee. But Svetel won the popularity vote, so yeah. Next up, most loyal referee. Here's an interesting one about this one. This is definitely a bit. I'll only do one honorable mention because this one will actually show the podium. The honorable mention goes to Petrusha Boy with 8 lobbies refed total. That's a lot of lobbies, but it's not enough for him to get it on the podium. Unfortunately, the podium goes for drum roll. Svetel, Vexy, and Vapril, who share first place as they both refed 12 lobbies in total alongside of like just throughout the whole of duration of the tournament, and then Vedatel who refed 11, the only people to break 2-digit in lobbies refed, which is a lot of lobbies left. It's kind of insane, honestly, and I think they've been the absolute MVPs of reffing. They've reffed absolute most. They've had their little mistakes here and there, but
Okay, but Bez,
What?
what are you doing in this tie? Like one gets banner, one gets supporter?
no. Here, all of them get banners and supporters. So This
Okay,
is-
wait, so
this is about this is the as the other one was voting based, where it was more like, oh, who did you like the most out of the reffing? This is based on effort, so all of them get a natural amount of supporter. So yeah,
okay,
all of-
but what is the banner gonna say? Also the most loyal referee?
yup,
Wait, really?
yup,
Wait, really?
yup.
That's actually so funny.
Oh, just wait until you see the name of the other awards, because I mean, you've seen the names of the awards, but you'll definitely understand what they mean once we actually get to them. But yeah, next
Okay.
award. This one is another voting-based one. This is related to casters, where
Oh my
I'll
God.
where I'll finally get the show. First, I'll say the honorable mentions as always. We'll go down from the lowest. Most
Oh
there's been people with one vote. I won't mention them. I will mention the either the top 5 or top 4, depending on how close they were to the actual eventual winners of the award. But yeah, this is not gonna sound really good for you, Snap. Snap, you were the 4th most voted with 8 votes.
Yeah. Okay.
Close.
No,
Close.
that's still huge. That's still
That's
huge.
still
though,
huge.
8 votes.
3rd place, Lighting with 11, who actually only casted anything, which was the prediction stream, which is
Wait.
quite funny.
Huh?
Deadass. Deadass. Deadass.
So unfair.
Voting. I didn't vote. I didn't even get to vote in this own thing, and yet I still feel like there's so funny votes. I feel like the more we will look at voting ones, the more we will realize how scuffed they are. And believe me, I had to remove a couple of votes because there were some things that I could not say on stream without getting permabanned, or in general permabanned everywhere. A lot.
Okay,
Certain
okay.
slurs were mentioned that I cannot say anything. Yeah. 2nd place most voted for best caster was
No voice.
somehow myself, which is I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know. I truly don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm glad I
okay,
didn't won. To be fair.
Okay.
I have to make a confession before we unveil the winner. I did an oopsie. Like, by a oopsie, I mean like a pretty big oopsie. I had to re-edit once we got like I think 25% of the votes. I realized that Mavosick was not put in the casting list because he was not put on the main forum post as casting. So after that, I fixed it, and he was there, and he received some votes. Fortunately, I think the damage was already done, so that is a oopsie on my part. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Marvel. I hope you forgive me. But best caster
Rigged.
goes to Alex Belair, who casted a couple of matches, not that many, but he also helped a lot with casting full reveals. So I think a lot of that a lot of the votes came from people seeing him in every single pool showcase ever, which is I think it's a bit unfair advantage, but yeah, I think.
Okay, like no offense from my side, but I've never seen this dude in my life. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't watch
Yeah.
too many matches or showcases here since I didn't play. But I mean, okay, still like
He casted a couple of important matches. I'm pretty sure he casted one in bracket stage, at least one in bracket stage. So, yeah, Alex Bella, our winner for best caster, which was a voting-based one. But we're going to the next award, which is biggest yapper. Here I'll only do one honorable mention, which is somehow gonna be related to myself because I casted 5 matches. Yeah, I guess. Well played for me. But the podium is actually being formed of drum roll.
Drum roll.
Hey!
No
Snap,
way!
Iskas, and Alex
No
Vera.
way!
Snap, who was the absolute MVP of casting, who casted a total of 7 matches throughout the duration of the tournament,
Wait,
which is the most out of any other caster. So you're the one that has definitely casted the most matches by a lot, like
Dude,
a lot.
Dude, I commentated 36 in one tournament. How did I get first place? Now this is something I
7.
don't deserve. Yeah,
You
but
do.
but
you
this
do.
is nothing. I have so much free time. I could have commentated 20. This is nothing. I don't deserve this.
Yes, I mean you say that, but you still casted a lot. But then again, you have to keep in mind that this tournament was what, less than 50 matches. So
I mean,
Uh,
okay.
like it was not that many. It was and plus the biggest portion of the tournament was the Swiss stage. The bracket stage was really short because it was only 8 teams. So Swiss stage was it all at, and in Swiss stage you did a lot, and also in bracket stage you did quite a lot to also secure yourself here. So yeah, this is the top 3. This is the biggest yappers of the tournament, and Snap, you're the king of them.
Let's go. Wait, but in this case, do the top 3
Yeah, you
do
still receive
I-
the same thing. Yeah, you still receive everything that I said before.
okay,
My bank account will be empty by the end of this award show.
but Iskas and Alex also gets those banners, or is it
Yep.
also
let
like
me,
third biggest yapper?
let me check. Let me check for you because I could be wrong. Well, I sure hope not. From what I remember, it's first place definitely gets it. So you get the banner for biggest yapper, obviously.
Okay, okay.
I think third and second also get it. I might be wrong. I haven't checked. I forgot to check what everything we did. Let me check. Let me check. Best casters. Yeah, the podium also gets it. Yep. I literally opened the Google Drive with the banners. They're also here. So the podium gets it as well. So don't worry. Everyone will get credited for their amount of work. Of course, a lot of work being done. Next award, though, probably the funniest award. It's Streamer of the Year. It's not really Streamer of the Year because we're not the streamer awards, but it's the 5EC Streamer of the Year. Given to the person who has streamed the most matches, which is I think it's funny.
Okay. This is.
Okay. I did it because of the funny. The actual person that's not a host that streamed the most matches is Discuss with 4, but the person who has streamed the most matches is Kiori with 11, which is a big difference that I had to put. But
I mean,
Discuss
okay.
Discuss will get the supporter for to make it fair and not give it. But I thought it would be funny to just have Kiori pop on the screen.
Okay, but honestly, dude, Kiori was just streaming so much. I think every time when I commentated something, Kiori was the streamer. So I mean, it's definitely deserved. Like whatever that he's the host. Still, job is job.
Mhm.
He did what he did.
He did what he did, but still, rewards go to his cast to make it fair. Because not only did his cast stream a lot of the matches, he also helped with the reffing. So I feel like it's only fair that they give the rewards to his cast. But yeah, next award. This one goes for the custom mappers. The custom mapper who has given us the most. I renowned it the Da Vinci Award for the most. I'm not gonna say the reasoning why I named it the Da Vinci Award because I feel like the inside joke is I should remain an inside joke, but yeah, I think there's only one person who will win this award ever because they've absolutely been the MVP of custom mapping. That one person being, of course, there we go, Alvera with the new name change. They've done a total of 5 custom maps for the whole tournament, which is
Okay.
a lot of custom maps, including 2 tiebreakers. So yeah, a lot of custom maps done by Alvera. So yeah, thank you again so much for giving us so many custom maps, and thank you to every other single custom mapper that has helped us. Exvar, Amethysta, Brody. Thank you as well, and Lazy Slot. I can't forget Lazy Slot.
But Bez,
what?
5 custom maps? That's actually like so huge. That's like a custom map for every week.
It's pretty much a custom map for every week.
What?
And it's even crazier to think that when we started and when we like just in general thought about the tourney, we didn't have custom maps planned. And we didn't have custom maps in mind because we said they're not gonna be enough time to have custom maps. We didn't plan them enough to have custom maps. And then in the end, Alvera managed to push out 5 really good custom maps. So yeah,
And,
in
like-
general, I feel like this is insane from them.
Like actually good custom maps.
Yup. It's
Okay,
actually
goat.
insane.
Goat.
Actually insane. On the on the team of custom maps, next award will actually go to the best custom map. Before we
Yay.
unveil the winner, we'll obviously name the other 2 closest. It's gonna probably be a bit of surprise, but yeah, we'll begin with the lowest vote, which is HR3 from finals. Kochi no Kento, Hayara Konde, the Magans remix by Alvera with 9 votes total, which is a lot of votes already for one of the lowest ones. But yeah.
True.
Next one is a tie between 2 maps. It's a tie between Nomad Free from Grand Finals, Lore, oh my god, by Alvera, and Nomad 1 from Qualifiers by Exvar. So those maps were tied both with 11 votes. Really good maps as well, but there can only be one winner. And it's probably the best map that didn't actually get to be played in match context because it was played only after the match and it was played for fun. I am, of course, talking about the tiebreaker from Grand Finals.
Yeah.
Asetsume Mehara, map by, of course, Alvera and Soraka.
Okay, like just something to mention. Like from my perspective, as someone who just didn't play the tournament and didn't really look into the maps and the map pools itself, like just going for the grand finals tiebreaker, it was like for me it was the logical thing to do because like come on, it's grand finals tiebreakers, it had to be good. I didn't even really look into it, I just voted this instantly.
It's definitely a really good map. Like I feel like the moment the idea came from Alvera to have a grand finals tiebreaker, they instantly delivered. Ever since they said this around like end of Swiss stage, maybe I should do a grand finals tiebreaker, and they did it. They collabed with Soraka and they managed to give us this absolute amazing tiebreaker, which unfortunately didn't get to be played in the grand finals as none of the matches went to tiebreaker. But we did get to see a showcase at the end of the Germany-France match for fun, which we saw some interesting score from both of the teams. But yeah, this is definitely such a banger song and map overall.
Oh right, this one. I remember this. This was. All right, I compensated this. I remember.
You were there. You were in the grand finals.
I
commentating.
remember. Oh yeah, I remember this.
You were cast in
Dude,
grand finals.
Okay, wait. Actually, I was like when I listened to this, I was like, holy shit, this song is just so good. Like, actually, I just wanted to add it to like my playlist.
I hope you don't mean YouTube playlist, because I wanted to do a playlist of all the custom maps, and if I do it on Spotify, some songs are missing, and if I do it on YouTube, this song in specific is missing. So
I'm doing it on Apple Music.
I'm pretty sure this is missing on both Spotify and YouTube Music. I think this song is only available on SoundCloud, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good.
Okay. I mean, well deserved, definitely. There's no doubt.
Deserved. Obviously, all of the custom maps were amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like this one just was the most favorited by every single player, even though they were able to play it or not.
Yeah.
Because the difference between this and the other most voted map was definitely quite a noticeable one where the next one had 11 votes. This has 14. This had 3 more than the other ones, and there were also other maps that were voted for. Like every single custom map got at least like I think 3 votes each. So there was definitely a choice.
I mean,
Whose choice was the song for custom maps? Mappers decided which songs they wanted to just map, and they just did it. I'm pretty sure it was just mapper choice fully, except maybe DT4. Maybe DT4 was not that much of a choice. Don't matter no money. I think that one was a joke, and I was like, Prodi said it as a joke. I could map this, and I was like, that would be funny, and he eventually did it. So I feel like that one is the one song choice we had the most impact in. Everything else, it was we fully allowed mappers to just choose what song they wanted. I definitely tried to give some suggestions, but in the end, I feel like all songs are still really good. And obviously the maps, they're really good, so there's nothing I can say about them, honestly. They cooked.
No, but like this does still feel just a little bit rigged, since like I mean it's just like a no-brainer to go for tiebreakers of grand finals. As I said, it has to be good. And, I don't know. I mean, it's still an amazing map. That's for sure. But I mean, okay, first place. GG's.
Funny enough, I feel like every single tiebreaker we had custom for this tournament didn't get played, which is unfortunate because they're also the longest maps and they're also the most effort, and they put the maps that have put the most effort in by a lot because they're also a lot longer and they have to be a lot more thoughtfully crafted and balanced. And they didn't actually get to be played in it. Because no match in quarterfinals went to tiebreaker, and no match in grand finals went to tiebreaker. So unfortunate, but
yeah, it just keeps happening. Like it's like something I took from what Iskas did in Mias too. Like you can still just make an insane ranked map regardless, and just like have a lot of attraction on the map. And I mean, regardless, like you just can't lose with creating a good grand finals tiebreaker.
Yep. And I definitely recommend you give full support to every single custom mapper in this tournament if they are willing to push for any of their maps for ranks. Do give them support. I already definitely hype every single map to make sure that in case they want to push for rank, they have that option open to them. Then again, it's open for the mappers if they want to push for rank on these maps or not. So yeah, definitely would love to see all of the maps ranked. Unfortunately, I know this is not going to be the case for a couple of them, as it's already been proven that they're not going to be pushing for rank. But in case some of the other ones will push for rank, it'll be amazing to see. Thank you for the replay from all. Obviously, the replay we used for the what's it called, for the pool showcase. So, yep, we will now go to the next the last 4 awards.
Category.
4 awards we have left. We have surprising result, best match, surprising team, and obviously the MVP of the whole tournament, the most important award of all. So before we go into the next award, what has been your favorite match overall in this tournament, Snap? Because this is to put you in the spot.
Oh, you're really putting me on the spot. Ooh, I'm sweating. Okay, well, honestly, I was just like going through the the bracket schedules and stuff like that, and looking at the scores. I mean, like there were so many matches. I couldn't possibly just like pick something that I really liked. but I think that in the end I picked it was something. Wait, hold on. Like it was a big upset, I think. I think
One of the
Kazakhstan.
one of the quarterfinal ones.
Actually, I don't even know. Like, I think I voted for like a really big upset. Like, I think maybe France versus Sweden 7-1. France winning. I think maybe that.
I looked at your
Or
vote. I don't remember exactly what you voted for, but definitely,
oh
definitely.
maybe Germany versus Poland 6-0 sweep. Okay, whatever. Yeah, let's see.
That's a definitely a surprising result, and people did vote for that. I did see a couple of votes, not that many as you think. There were obviously, in the end, it comes down to two results. It came down to Russia versus Sweden in quarterfinals and France versus Kazakhstan in quarterfinals, but only one could win. And with double the votes over the other one, the most surprising result of the whole tournament was, drumroll, France versus Kazakhstan.
Oh, okay. I mean, honestly, based.
14 votes it got this one. It got double over Russia versus Sweden in quarterfinals. Obviously, most surprising result because France went on then to go into grand finals versus Germany and almost push bracket reset. And the fact that they lost to Kazakhstan in quarters was definitely probably a biggest upset.
You know, for me, it's like just like Kazakhstan isn't really known much. Like I said for Kamenchik, like on those
Kamenchik.
Kamenchik, Kamenchik, yeah. I mean, okay, he was a one-hit wonder. I mean, he's still good, but whatever. Like, I think people just didn't really expect Kazakhstan to actually like win against France, because like you know what players France has, especially in the 5-digit 30 scene, and I mean it's honestly very expected. I mean, like as I said, Kazakhstan. I don't think anyone expected them to do this well, especially against a country like France.
Yeah. As much as controversial was to include Kazakhstan in the European tournament, because the way I worded stuff in the information document was that every single country west of the Ural Mountains is allowed to participate, with some exceptions, probably the more certain ones. The background map for the background that you see right now pretty much describes the perfect amount of countries we chose for the whole tournament, and Kazakhstan is one of them. So yeah.
I just now realized that Kazakhstan isn't even in Europe. Like what are you doing?
Not really in Europe. Part of it is in Europe, part of it is not. It depends how you look at it geography like wise, but I included it for consistency's sake with six-digit European Cup, because in six-digit European Cup it was allowed to participate, and I felt like us as a tournament where we came from, our origin is from that tournament, and we expanded upon upwards. I feel like keeping Kazakhstan in was also really important for every single player from 6 EC moving forward into the 5-digit scene. So that was a bit of reasoning of it. Another reasoning was it, as I said, everything west of Ural Mountains counted, and Kazakhstan has a bit of it. So yeah, enough yapping about geography.
Stupid geography.
Geography lesson. Oh my god, you said Hawk. Oh my god. Bro said Hawk Choi on the 2025. I'm crashing out live. Jesus.
Dude, you have no idea how many like streamers try to kick me off of their VCs for saying shit like that.
You're gonna be on my list soon if you continue. Like, I'm joking. I don't.
Oh hell no.
As long as you keep it at least, as long as you don't say anything bad, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Okay. Moving on. From surprising result to the best match, there's been definitely a lot more overall, like, more votes and just opinions based on what the best match was. I definitely agree with a lot of them. So I'll start going through them. Poland versus Sweden in Swiss stage, with 5 votes. Definitely a really good match. Went to tiebreaker. Poland would eventually have won that match. and then Sweden would do what we already know what Sweden did in the main bracket stage after Swiss stage.
Yeah.
Another good, really good match: France versus Kazakhstan in quarterfinals. Already one surprising result, also with 5 votes. Definitely also a really good match, mostly because of the just shock factor of the whole situation, and obviously the big performance from the Kazakhstan team, allowing themselves to defeat a giant like France. The next one, Russia versus Sweden in quarterfinals, also with 5 votes. Definitely another match that has a surprise factor to it, and defeating you as an underdog, defeating seed one from qualifiers in that manner and that fashion definitely surprised a lot, and definitely was a lot of good performances. It's definitely where we saw Sige absolutely shine as a player in this tournament. But yeah, obviously all the other all the other team members from Sweden also did really good, but obviously the best match has been definitely favorited by the fact that there's been surprising outcomes. So the best match of this tournament so far, voted by you, was Sweden versus Kazakhstan in semifinals.
Oh boy.
This one, when I saw this one, I was like, there's definitely something here that I don't quite agree on, but this one has definitely what this one had the most votes for. So Sweden versus Kazakhstan, apparently uh most voted one, and definitely considered by majority, not majority. I can't say majority because it was quite close between all of them. That's why I mentioned so many other matches, but this one was definitely the only match that was more voted than any other one. I honestly thought Germany versus France from grand final should have been here, because that match was also really good. Also, France versus Poland didn't have as many votes as I thought. They had they had less votes than any other one that I said before. The one that the loser bracket match they had against France definitely was really good, and I feel like quite slept on by a lot of people. The other matches, I feel like the UK matches in the losers bracket also been phenomenal, but I feel like I don't think people really looked at them that much. I feel like every single UK match has been not as well covered from us, or maybe not as well watched by others, because I didn't see a single UK match being voted for as the best match. But yeah, definitely interesting votes. It left me with a lot of questions, and yeah, it's definitely gonna even leave me with many more questions as we move forward to other category later, and you will see what I mean by that. We can probably now move to the penultimate award, which is awarded to the most surprising team in the tournament, the team that has performed, uh, the team that was declared, the team is gonna take the title of Dark Horse, the team that maybe people speculate is not gonna do good in the prediction stream. We will not talk about that right now. That gif will forever haunt me. Uh, that this team was definitely one of the teams that truly surprised us in a good way, pushing beyond the boundaries that we thought they were going to reach initially. And honorable mention goes to Kazakhstan, of course, as they were voted second most surprising team in this tournament. But there can only be one in the end. One team definitely surprised us above all others. A team that we barely predicted to make top 8 at one point, and it's a team that has absolutely destroyed every single other team at one point. Sweden, the team that surprised us already at the beginning of this tournament with a seed 4 in qualifiers, then pushing onto the bracket stage, then defeating Russia in quarterfinals, and then managing themselves to put themselves in winners finals versus Germany, where they didn't have as an easy time as every other opponent before, because Germany being just that much of a bigger powerhouse than every team they faced previously, but they still performed really well in that match, and then went on to face France in the losers bracket in grand finals, where unfortunately they lost and they could only finish in third. But considering that they at one point a team that we didn't even expect them to even reach bracket stage, I feel like this is an amazing accomplishment for Sweden. And honestly, we slept way too hard on Sweden. I feel like we should have predicted them a lot higher. Alex Villa was right. We should have predicted them way higher, and yeah, they proved us all wrong in the end. Anything else to add?
No, but I certainly just did see many really good players on this team, and I mean I'm not surprised to see them at the top. And yeah, as you said, you probably should have voted them a bit higher because they really were amazing.
Yeah. Well, we're now finally here at the final award, the most important one out of all. The pretty much the award that is gonna probably either get me on fire or something else. MVP of the tournament. There's definitely a really big. I really want to start by phasing this. This was voted by everyone here. I left. I okay. I'm gonna start by this. This is gonna sound really bad. I
Okay.
definitely left that open text box for people to insert their own different pick because I could have put every single team member that has reached the grand finals because I feel like every team and every player that has reached grand finals has put the amount of effort and dedication to this tournament and in general to playing Osu to where they can be considered MVP of this tournament. Fortunately, we had a lot of votes that I had to remove because there were a lot of slurs that were I cannot mention on stream were inserted. So maybe some votes were lost in this cause, some votes were not. I did mention that your vote will be considered null if you insert some sort of vulgarity, and unfortunately that was the case. Thankfully, it did not affect MVP of the tournament that much, but it still left me with quite a big of a question. I feel like MVP of the tournament for me is the winner itself. It's a surprise for me because I didn't expect them to get that many votes, but they did. Then again, there were a lot of different votes. There were votes for Eula Foot Enjoyer. There were votes for Mira. There were votes for a lot of players. Speaking of Mira, they were third overall in voting. Not that close, but not that far away from winning MVP of the tournament. There were also a lot of players from Team Sweden that were mentioned, especially Sige, who's actually second in the voting of MVP of the tournament. But yeah, in the end, I feel like for me it comes as a shock. But if you watch the matches, if you watch the performances, they've been performing quite consistently alongside of the whole tournament. And the reason they got this many votes is I can only assume that it's based on the dedication they put themselves in the tournament, which means that the MVP of 5EC 2025 is none other than TPLC.
What? Wait. Oh, okay. Uh, uh,
Obviously, them being from Team Germany is a really big standpoint, and they obviously had amazing performances across the tournament. They even have a lot of good scores in grand finals where they had a couple top scores on certain maps, and they definitely showcased themselves as a really good player overall throughout the duration of this tournament. And all their votes went to them. There's definitely a really big difference between every single other and Sige and TPLC, and that there's a small difference between Sige and TPLC because I feel like Sige also performed really good, pushing his team so much further. But then again, TPLC won the whole tournament and also won the voting just by that tiny little margin. But I have to mention that TPLC, Sige, and Mira are the top three voted most valuable players of the tournament, and I can only say that is definitely deserved as they've proven to us that they're the best tournament players that we've had this edition of PUBG European Cup. And yeah, I don't know what to say. What did you think was gonna win, Snap? Because you definitely seem a lot more shocked than I am.
Uh, yeah, but the thing is, I was mainly just responding to like, can someone commentate? I mean, at the last stages of the tournament, I did sign up for a few matches, but I was mainly just looking at like the qualifier stats and just thinking about like the players that I've seen the most and stuff like that. And there were just a lot of players that were standing out. Like, a lot of German players like Eating Rocks. I feel like I think I maybe even voted for Eating Rocks. I don't remember who
There
I
are
voted
votes for Eating Rocks. I would publicly put all the votes out, but like it wouldn't really do a justice. I feel like if I put the votes out publicly for every single player, I feel like there won't be a really like a justice for every single player in this tournament.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm gonna keep the votes private. Uh, I can obviously show every single Discord ID of who voted. That way, you know who voted. But I feel like
Okay.
we've had definitely a lot of votes, and I'm happy we received like this much of support at all, because it's definitely been a rocky ride this tournament. It's not been easy for neither me, Kiori, nor the staff team. It's been with ups and downs here and there, but I'm glad it managed to end on a good note, and I'm happy that in the end everything ended pretty well. Maybe some stuff would have been better if it was done differently. Maybe some stuff would have been better if it was hosted by someone else. That I don't know.
No,
And
no, you did well. You did well. What do you mean? You did
I'm just
well.
I'm just speaking my mind. I'm just speaking my mind.
Okay, okay.
This has definitely been a really big project for both me and Kiori. We've never hosted something this big, ever, like period. Like I've hosted my biggest tournament before this was Black Matchup Cup 2, which was also pretty big and
Oh,
eventually
yeah.
got edged. And Kiori's I think biggest tournament that he hosted before this was F1 Battle Royale, which was also pretty well received. And I feel like us managing to make five-digit European Cup the way it is, and manage to have it the way it is, I feel like we've definitely pushed higher than what we were capable of. But I'm glad it managed to end on a good note, and we managed to make this tournament enjoyable for a lot of people, and that's what matters all in the end. I don't know how to end this, but
Oh, wait, this was it? This is the final award?
this was the final award. There's no other award. This was it for 5EC in general. We don't know where this will go. We definitely don't have any plans at the moment. I definitely have some things I would like to announce on this stream, but I feel like before doing that, I think we truly have to go to the drawing board and talk about it more in depth. We don't know if this will be the first or last edition of this tournament, to be honest. Like, that's how little talked we have about the future. But I'm glad I managed to host this alongside so many amazing players and amazing staff members that have been part of this whole journey for the past 4 months now, which is not even 5 months, because it's been since December 1st. I know it's April 6th. It's been 5 months of this tournament. Wow. Jesus Christ, man, the time flies.
Well, at least, as you said, it ended on a good note, and everyone's happy. Everyone's gonna get their rewards, and well, yeah, this was just a really fun experience for me as well. I'm happy to have been part of this tournament, and I also hope to see maybe a second iteration sometime.
We will not say anything about future iterations, as we don't know. We truly don't know.
Okay, okay.
As much as I would love to say, yes, next year will be coming big and better, there's been some talks behind the scenes that at least I'm just gonna say that we don't have anything confirmed. We just don't.
Okay, okay. Wink, wink. You don't have anything confirmed. Wink, wink.
Not even a wink. No.
Wink, wink.
I wish I would. I wish I could tell you what I actually know for sure, but like, I can't. I physically can't. My eyes are my arms are tied right now. My arms are tied right now. It's definitely been enjoyable. I loved the good, the bad moments. I loved every single thing about this tournament. There's definitely been obviously less enjoyable things and less bad things, but again, amazing to be even given the opportunity to host this. So I have to thank Yori for bringing the idea of hosting 6cc together, and then moving to creating a whole new different tournament for a whole different digit set that has nothing to do with
Yay.
6cc. So yeah, I have to say
Wait, is 4-digit European Cup coming?
that. Imagine? No, no,
Imagine. Okay,
no.
okay. I mean that would be way too insane. Honestly. No,
It'll
wait,
be. It's too
actually,
small.
wait.
It as much as it's an amazing idea, it's literally 4 people. Like 4 digits is a small scene on its own. Making 4EC would be even smaller. You barely have a bracket stage to begin with, and that's not even with qualifiers included. Like it would be like 8 teams with 8 players that will be able to participate. It's just, I don't know. It's I would definitely I would definitely would have loved the idea, but it's not happening because of the fact that it's just how stuff
Alright.
is. But yeah.
I was kidding. I was kidding. But yeah, okay.
In any case, I feel like we should end soon.
Yeah.
We should end on a high note. Thank you again for everyone who participated in this whole tournament. Thank you for all the memories. Thank you for all the matches and all the amazing moments we've experienced together throughout this whole 5 months. And yeah, thank you for every single staff member. Thank you to every single player. Thank you for every single watcher. This has been everything from 5-digit European Cup 2025. And hope we see each other again.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.